Okay, we're going in reverse order because when we started looking this up, we could only find something for a Chrysler 300. This is a Chrysler Pacifica 2007 four-wheel drive. This is literally the last step that we did. We took this off. I got a little bit of grease to put in here to lube this up. Placing right there. I'm going to take the needle nose pliers, and this piece is actually broken. And you'll see I just took a Christmas ornament and wrapped it inside, and then some plastic epoxy. Let it sit overnight, so that way it had time to settle. And I sealed it all the way up to the bottom so that way it wouldn't go back and forth. So it literally, it's loose, so it has room to go, but it won't go up and down. So I'm going to take the needle nose and pull out. Oops. Maybe. That's my husband laughing in the background. Maybe if we did this way.
Put it on that way? Yeah. There you go. You got the pole.
Hold down. That wasn't a very
Put it
hard
in
pull.
There
we
you go.
Okay, that's better. Alright. So now that's good. That was the only part that was broken. So now we just now we just have to put it back together. So kind of get the whole thing here. Now we had to take off the whole console, and everything we found said that there was only 4 to 6 screws. There was actually a lot more screws than that. They lied. There was 2 screws on each side. There was 2 screws here underneath the cup holders, and there's 2 screws back here underneath everything that was in the console, and then there was a screw on either side, so you'll actually have to move the chairs all the way back and forth. This was what was on top, and you'll see all the cords and stuff are loose, but we'll put those back together. Now this actually slid off right here, but we kind of had to do it all in one quick motion. And honey, this was attached right here, right?
Attached somewhere.
Come back out. Hold on. So this was
I'm gonna guess
here because this is the ignition. So what happened was this is controlled by the ignition. Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. This is connected to the ignition. So when you turn on the ignition and then press the brake, the two, but like everything works together. Like that. And like this, we're gonna have to pull this forward and latch it after we get it in there. Like all the way forward.
Sure?
That's where you took it out of.
It just popped out, honey.
It just popped out?
Here, hold on. Turn it. Turn it. See if it'll go in. Does it go in the end?
Maybe like this?
Yeah. No, I don't think it does. I don't know.
I think we had that one before. Where's the flat screwdriver? Flat screwdriver? Under your foot? Okay, so this came off. I guess we'll do that. This came off like this. So you push this outwards and then it just pops right up. So I'm pretty sure this went here. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Like that.
You can put it back. Yeah, you can put it down now. No.
Which means I'll have to unhook this.
Do you have to?
Yeah, because there's not a hole. Or there's a hole, but there's no hole. Okay. Is that? Yeah.
That's some torque now.
Okay. Now this actually unsnapped too. So what we had to do was unscrew these 4 bolts first. There's 4 bolts, one here, and then 2 back on here. And you had to unhook these. Like this one, you had to go underneath and push up. And what I used was a flathead screwdriver underneath it, and then these tiny needle nose pliers to pry up. And they're pink because they're a gift from my grandmother, or my married-in grandmother. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do now is push this up from the, or push this back from the back side There we go.
With it being in park, it should be able to slide right in there. You can flip it upside down.
So it's connected right there.
Yep.
And then we'll pull it back. And
this part that should go back down, right?
yeah, there we go. Snap right into place. Now this my husband got out because it was kind of rough. But you'll see it lines up exactly with the opening here. So you actually have to just pull this straight off, and it just took a little bit of force.
Here. Get in front of it. There we go. And then you just push it on.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now this wire went there.
And all the wires should be
Here
near each other. Yeah.
Alright, so this wire went in here. So it's just little tabs to pull these off, so those are pretty easy. This one, and this one.
That one went there.
There we go. This one actually goes to the back. That's another thing. When you're taking off the console, back here is one of those adapter plugs. Now, something I did wrong was there's actually screws up here too. You'll see I broke mine on either side. Not the end of the world because it's all kind of covered up, and you'll see like another piece covers it here. But you have to, when you pop it off, when everything pops off, the black piece that's on top, which is actually this down here, it's still attached. But I didn't know that because the only video game that we found was for a 300. So when I popped it off, I didn't see this. And you'll need to unattach these, again, with just little clippy things. And hopefully this one's not broken. It doesn't look broken, so we should be okay.
Yeah,
if not, we didn't really do that.
Oh well.
This one was a little bit difficult to get out because you had to go through this hole. And it's a very tight squeeze. There we go. Yeah. This one goes here. And this goes in here. And this actually goes in the top piece. It just twists off before you get it off. We plugged everything in. I gotta bolt those back down. Alright, now when I did it, I separated the bolts so that way I'd remember just in case, you know, they were fickle and want to only go in certain spots. We also want to snap this down. Yeah. And honey, if you grab the bolts underneath your foot.
Mm-hmm.
Is the ratchet back in here?
That should be. It's over here. I think.
Now when we did this, our battery also died at the exact same time because, you know, it was one of those days. Alright, so this is a 10 millimeter. There we go.
Yeah,
Maybe 10 millimeter
yeah.
socket wrench. Just a little bitty hand tool. So we'll just screw these back down. Now I know the rule of cards is usually you do all of them a little bit and then tighten them all down. So that's what I did when I took them off. Taking this off was a pain in the ass, so hopefully this is a little bit helpful. And since everything's plastic, it was really rigid when I took it off, but I did this part by myself. And I was very afraid that I was going to strip things out because it kept making that noise that sounds like it's stripping. But it turned out alright. Now luckily these aren't like, you know, really special bolts. They're just holding everything down so you could replace them with a washer and another bolt of the same size. I also took this opportunity to kind of clean things up because I spilt a milkshake in here. so it's always good to, you know, clean up little things. See a little bit of residue. All right, we're in there. Everything's all plugged in. Okay, now this white piece snaps right in. And you see this is the hole that the light went into.
There you go.
And it just twists on. Now here.
It just sort of sits.
Yeah.
I think it's no, it was under it yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like that.
Very strange.
There we go. Alright, this has little teeth to kind of sit there. This just needs to be able to float back and forth, so as long as it's wiggly, you're good. This piece, now when you drop things down in here, which I did several times, they're gone at a certain point. So be careful when you're taking this off so you don't lose these, because they're not like stuck in there. They're literally just sitting there. And I learned that the hard way. Let's make sure we're not missing any pieces. Nope, we're good. This one goes on top. Okay. And that just snaps in there as well. And you'll see I just stuck the screwdriver, here we go, underneath here and then underneath here and popped it all off. Okay. Like this. Now this was a little bit of a pain because we didn't think it was really supposed to come off because we kept trying, but eventually we got underneath this. You'll see there's a couple little scrapes here. But if you get that flathead screwdriver again in there and just kind of pry this off, because this was on the bottom of it, you'll see it's got those little teeth that's just supposed to hold it in place. So once you get that on there, you twist this back on, which also was a pain in the butt. Make sure that's tight like it was when we took it off. I don't think it's ever going to stop. Okay, that's good. Push that back up there. Snaps. We're good. Now the real trick is going to see what happens when we start the car. But this is definitely the process.
Can I do that right now?
Huh?
Can I do it
I'm
right
afraid.
now? Why?
Hey!
And it shifts. Look at that.
And it shifts. Now when we did this originally, it wouldn't go like past here, but when you look up online, it tells you that when you press on the button, because what I did the first time was when I popped everything up just a little bit before I took it off and broke those pieces over there, I pushed this down with a pin and a screwdriver just to see if I could push it to get it to work temporarily, to get it out of the parking space, just in case someone else needed to come here and tow this because we couldn't figure it out. Stupid beeping. But really it was this piece under here that controlled it. So I don't know what this is for, but it did nothing for, because it loosened this. Definitely, like it loosens it, but it doesn't take it back. So you can see right now, but it's this piece under here, the other pink piece, and once we pushed on it, we realized that the spring, the clip on there was broken. A replacement piece can be ordered in aluminum. We found it. You have to order it. It's like $35 with shipping. So if you want to just order a new one and not make one up like I did, absolutely. Go for it. Make sure this is back here. This is all good. Okay, now I'm going to get the console.
Oh, we're videotaping all of this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're helping the world, honey.
I know.
You'll understand one day. I'm really looking for it. Oh, yeah. See that.
Can I put the chrome piece back on?
No, not yet.
Okay. What a mess.
So here's the entire console.
Careful. It was sitting on the armrest. Trying to help.
I know. I just couldn't see it. Okay. This is a tight squeeze.
Come on. Gotta get the wire out of here. There you go.
Let's see. Alright, so I'm plugging this back in.
I don't even need. Hold on. Where's it going?
Right at the end. Right like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See if I can figure it out.
Need me to come over there?
There it is. And I don't know that this really worked before. So I don't know.
Cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
It's okay. Even if it doesn't.
I don't really use all of them.
No.
Alright, so that's everything. So now we slide this back in.
Hold on.
Hold on, this is stuck. Give it a Okay, so this is connected right here. I never connected it, but you could have always taken this out like that other one was. And this just goes on top. Zoom out, honey. Go back a little bit.
One back.
So you can see it.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about when I got it to a certain point and I could see that little pink thing inside. But it didn't do me any good. Now this will go right here. We can put that on later. Okay. Let's see about everything back.
Sure. Yeah. Looks like a charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this popped up.
There you go.
There we go. And it turns out once you pop that thing out a couple times, it will pop out pretty easily afterwards. Because I did it 2 or 3 times too. Usually go on the outside. Yeah, like that.
Put it back down like this. There you go. Sure.
Alright, good here.
That can be adjusted, don't worry. No, that's supposed to be out. You're good there. And black.
There.
There you go. Once you lift it up, screw it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be good.
And then this will go on here. And like you saw, it already started up. Now the screws that I was talking about earlier, there's 2 here. I can already see that the holes are lining up. And there's 2 in here. I need to clean this out a little bit more. But I wanted to keep these ones with these just in case they were size specific. I also initially took off these screws. Turns out that's not really necessary. So I put them back in already. But other than that, again, this is for a 2007 Chrysler Pacifica. We did that in how many minutes?
A symbol?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
What's it say on there?
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Roughly, yeah.
Alright, so we did that in roughly 20 minutes.
If you really know what you're doing, you could probably do it quicker.
Yeah. But taking it apart took like 2 hours. Because we had no real steps to follow other than a website that I'll try to put in the comments, and it was because another guy had also had to do this without finding anything. So,
Yeah.
Thanks guys. Good luck.